Let's get one thing straight from the beginning. Kindness alone won't help you survive in this world. If you think just being good is enough to succeed, you're fooling yourself. Deep down, you probably already know that. You just don't want to admit it. How often have you felt like people walk all over you? How many times have you done what's right only to be overlooked, or worse, used? You've been told that being honest and noble brings rewards, but that's not how the world really works. The truth is, the world doesn't reward the kind-hearted. It rewards those who know how to play the game wisely. This is where Machiavelli's insight matters. He understood what many ignore. Human nature can be selfish, unreliable, and even ruthless when it needs to be. In The Prince, he pointed out a tough truth. Virtue without strategy is a weakness, and goodness without awareness can be dangerous. Now ask yourself, how often have you fallen into that trap? Think about the people you admire. Do you really believe they made it just by having good intentions? No, they succeeded because they knew when to act in the background, because they saw morality not as a limit but as a tool. The key difference between being in control and being used lies in knowing when to show your values and when to guard them. The issue isn't your goodness, it's your lack of protection. You assume others follow the same rules as you, but that's rarely true. This world is packed with people who hide their selfish motives behind friendly faces, opportunists who can sense innocence from afar, and without knowing it, you've made yourself their ideal target. This is where Machiavelli offers a better path. Smart kindness. It doesn't mean turning evil or betraying your values. It means understanding the world clearly. It means learning to observe people, sense their motives, and decide carefully who deserves your trust. Machiavelli once said it's better to be feared than loved, if you can't be both. And you've likely chosen to be loved, to be liked, to appear harmless. But what has that brought you? Not respect, not power. Instead, people have learned they can use you freely, with no cost. Because kindness without strength doesn't earn admiration, it invites pity. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying stop being good. I'm saying stop being naive. Accept that the world doesn't reward purity, it rewards smartness. Real virtue isn't about submission, it's about finding balance between ethics and practicality. Machiavelli stressed the power of perception. It's not just about who you are, it's about how others see you. If you seem weak, they'll treat you as weak. If you look strong, they'll treat you with respect. So how many times have you let people disrespect you just to avoid losing their approval? How often have you stayed quiet to keep the peace, only to lose your self-worth in the process? It's not cruelty you need, it's strategy. Knowing when to speak, when to act, when to back off, and when to strike, that's where your real advantage lies. Kindness, when used with wisdom, becomes your power. Left unchecked, it becomes your downfall. Many good people fail because they think being pure is enough, but the world values decisiveness, control, and strength. Kindness only earns respect when it comes with authority. If you don't have power, your goodness won't matter. Machiavelli would say, "Don't be a lamb in a world of wolves. Don't let your values turn you into a victim." True strength is not about aggression, it's about clarity. This isn't about blending in. It's about shaping your world to serve you. Ask yourself, how long will you let others take advantage of you? How long will you let your innocence be used against you? I'm not telling you to abandon kindness. I'm telling you to use it in a way that serves you. Learn to operate in silence when needed. Know when to smile and when to show your teeth. Life isn't fair, but if you learn how it works, you can still win without losing who you are. Machiavelli didn't write The Prince to teach you to be bad. He wrote it to help you survive. So now ask yourself, will you keep living in the fantasy that kindness is enough, or will you begin using real intelligence? Here's a concept most ignore. The power of perception. It's not enough to be strong. You must appear strong. It's not enough to be smart. You must project intelligence. Because in this world, perception often matters more than truth. Think about it. How often do you see less capable people get ahead of the truly talented? It's not by chance. People follow those who seem to be in control, those who manage their image, those who act with certainty, even when unsure. The mistake many make is thinking truth speaks for itself. But the world doesn't reward what's true, it rewards what's well presented. Machiavelli understood this perfectly. It's not just what you are, it's what people believe you are. An insecure leader won't earn trust, even if they're the smartest. A skilled worker who stays invisible won't get promoted. A valuable person who doesn't show their worth won't be desired. That's why you must master the story others believe about you. It's not about lying, it's about guiding perception. Because in every social setting, people don't see things as they are. They see them through filters, emotions, bias, assumptions. So are you letting those filters work against you? Or are you using them in your favor? If you're good but come off as weak, they'll treat you that way. If you're just but look soft, they'll walk all over you. If you're talented but seem unsure, they'll ignore you. Simple as that. The power of perception separates those who steer their lives from those who are dragged along. And now we get to a darker truth: information control. Ever wonder why the powerful always seem to know more? Why those who win seem to always be one step ahead? It's because they know when to speak and when to keep silent. Naive people think sharing everything is noble. That's saying what you feel is always right. But in truth, information is power, and giving away power has consequences. Machiavelli said a ruler must hide his real intentions, not to deceive, but to protect. In a world full of hidden agendas, showing all your cards makes you vulnerable. Learn to share only what's necessary. Keep some mystery. Make others wonder what you really think. Because the moment you become predictable, you lose all advantage. The greatest minds in history, whether in politics, business, or art, knew this. Silence, when used well, is power. Think of someone you admire. Do they talk endlessly? Do they reveal everything? Or do they keep something hidden, always holding one final move no one sees? That's not dishonesty, it's strategy. And how many times have you spoken too soon and paid for it? Trusted the wrong person and had it backfire? Explained yourself when no one asked, just to be accepted? The power is not in saying more, it's in knowing when not to speak. Those who explain the least, who speak the least, earn the most respect. Because silence breeds uncertainty, and uncertainty breeds curiosity, and curiosity brings power. Let's now talk about unpredictability. If people can predict how you'll react, they can control you. But if they're unsure, you become powerful. You become respected. Machiavelli knew leaders who are open books are easy to defeat. But those who shift gears, who surprise others, who can't be put in a box, those leaders stay on top. So ask yourself, do you want to keep being someone others can read, use, and discard? Or do you want to be the strategist, one who controls their image, their information, their unpredictability? Because kindness without strategy makes you easy prey. The world won't change its rules for you. Learn to play by the real ones. And when you do, you'll no longer be a victim. You'll become someone who shapes the game. But let's add one more key idea. Strategic distance. Many think power comes from always being around, always being available. But the opposite is true. What's rare is valued. What's common is ignored. If you're always present, people stop noticing you. If you're always giving, people take it for granted. This applies not just in leadership, but in friendships, in work, in life. You give too much. People stop valuing it. You're always available. They see you as a tool, not a person. Think, how many times have you been there for everyone only to be abandoned when you needed someone? That's not an accident. It's how people work. What's scarce is treasured. What's always around is overlooked. So manage your presence. Don't always be reachable. Don't respond immediately. Let your absence be noticed. Let your presence carry weight. Because if the only way you're remembered is by always being there, you were never truly valued. Those who make real impact aren't in every moment. They show up when it matters. And when they do, the room listens. And this brings us to emotional control, one of the greatest forms of power. People think control means shouting, being aggressive. But true power is calm. It's in not reacting. Because the moment someone makes you lose your cool, they have control, not you. The one who stays grounded wins. It's not about never feeling, it's about not being ruled by feelings. Machiavelli said, act with calculation. Don't be a puppet to emotions. If others can't shake you, they can't use you. Real leaders are calm while others panic. And now the final key, strategic patience. People want success now, power now, respect now. But real power belongs to those who wait, who watch, who plan. Think of a hunter. They don't shoot at the first noise. They wait until the moment is perfect. That's how the powerful move, not fast but right. Machiavelli said fortune favors those who adapt, not those who rush. Mediocre people act on impulse. Wise ones act with intent. And here's the biggest secret. If you want to rise above the rest, you must stop playing like the rest. Most follow rules they never question, react how others expect, stay in their lanes. But those who reshape the game, the anomalies, are the ones who do the unexpected. So be that anomaly. Be the person who surprises, who can't be predicted, whose words matter because they're rare. Because once you do, the world starts treating you differently. Those who ignored you will start paying attention. Those who underestimated you will start wondering. Those who used to control you will now hesitate. Because once you learn how to play, there's no going back. You'll no longer be a piece on the board. You'll be the one moving the pieces.